Public figure, no, they always have a branding with them.
Mass communication essay is going to be. My friends always.
I'm a faculty in a University College, Relived College in the Computer Science Department.
Which college?
Relived College, this was earlier Ramda. We passed out physics. He's in
Very active with the
I was in for 19 and
No, that's because I'm working with 10 years also. I'm working in a 10 years. I need to get proper from your class.
So you set up your base
No, it got back to Indian. So it's not like actually went to research.
you belong to it.
No, I'm going to. I has changed. I actually got a limit.
So, this is the result of my studying in Room S and St. Stephen's. Change your story today. Speak to inspire millionaire mindset. All this came out of the years of being under the, what should I say, under the, like it was Karthik. So I have Neha with me here and Priya with me here, and we both have studied in this room as English Honours St. Stephen's. I'm 83 batch and she's 92, almost a 10-year gap. And we are bonding because of the college, because of the room, because of the field. It's so good to be a stipendian and an English Honours stipendian. Yes! So this video especially for the English Honours stipendians.
Yes.
Who have studied in this room, who remember their Milton, Chaucer, Shakespeare, sometimes looking out of the windows, sometimes making notes and crosses, sometimes studying with rapt attention. So I remember all those days so clearly, it's amazing. I don't have a very good memory, but I remember Stephen's so clearly. Do you also remember? Do tell me if you do.
We are the Stephen Stars, we are the Stephen Stars, we are the Stephen Stars.
And in the middle of my
is the greater economy which my senior has to say. We should be allowed to coordinate with some of the finest universities in the world, set up the branches. So I think this will further enhance the image of college and be more productive for many people across the country.
Since we have always, you will see that whenever you are talking of innovation, we need to have the research, the knowledge producing place. And that will be the university. And this college has got all the possible infrastructure and including it has its own heritage that it can build up international collaboration with least friction or least resistance. So we are going to recommend it. We are very well taken suggestion, autonomous, and maybe somebody should go to still higher level. Is it now it should take up a university level now?
So what I'm only suggesting is to modify the graduation system as centers of excellence. Like a history student should accomplish his complete control over history and make a career in history. I'm just cited history as an example, but what I want.
Can I help you just little, bringing up a little clarity? What you are talking is like your general courses and honors courses. When you are talking in general, for example, BSc, when you are doing, we had physics, chemistry, mathematics as the three subjects, which is also there with a little here and there changes. But when you are talking of a BSc honors, that means to say chemistry was the subject which should take the major portion. Out of 1,000 marks, 800 is only devoted to chemistry. That is what I remember. All your suggestions. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is P.C. Anand. I'm from 73 batch. I did economics honors in the college. I'm not an academic. I was in banking. I was chairman of Export Import Bank of India, and later Indian Overseas Bank. In that capacity, I've been working quite a bit with international associations and organizations. Now, I don't know whether it's feasible or not, but one of the factors which for alumni association to be encouraged and
little bit louder.
But freedom, the academic freedom is not here, which you see abroad. What distinguishes Cambridge University or Oxford University from Delhi University is academic freedom and the sense of
That is exactly what autonomous. One step you can go ahead and you can think of a university because you are a master to yourself. And at the same time you are talking of the second is the admission. There are two things which you have to take into consideration. Admissions are regulated by the central or the state government. Just ask for a bigger things. Accountability. For example, these solutions we will incorporate for going for more this one. Once the NAC committee recommendation is there, that means to say it becomes almost obligatory. I am using the word prefix, almost obligatory as a part of the various agencies or the apex bodies to grant the permissions. But at the same time, people like you who are in the administrative service has to see that some of the bureaucratic stumbling blocks should be cleared as far as possible. If we'll have a discussion with your principal, if he prefers to just have only autonomous college, we will recommend autonomous college. Or else if he wants to go for a university itself, which with the 25 acres of land and 8 acres in the
presidency was a college presidency.
Exactly. Now, the concept of a university refers to this one. When you are talking of the college, wherein you will see in the knowledge dissipation will be more, 80%. You have state universities, government state universities, central university, private university. That means that is that will come a university coming to existence with an act of assembly. But according to UGC 3 Act, this one, this deemed to be university seems to be more flexible. So what are they? We will have discussion and it's open to us. We are very happy.
So we are trying to examine the
Universalization, wherein you have all this one. Your examination system will be, there will be a certain amount of regulations wherein that you will have to take into consideration while granting the permission. Particularly, maybe that they may impose a certain amount of restriction as far as the admission policy is concerned. But nevertheless, no problem. There are the two types of the courses. One is the self-finance courses, another is aided courses. There are so many things. But one thing is that once if you are going for a private university or deemed to be university, as per the salaries are concerned. That also. See, I am just leaving it to you. If not, take it. So.
My background is marketing, advertising, and communication. The first point I want to make is that St. Stephen's is a brand. It's a brand with a heritage. And that is something very, very few universities have today, and we shouldn't let go of that. That follows to the second point, which is autonomy, like you rightly said. To build a brand, you need independence and autonomy. You can't lose the heritage that you've got. That would be my biggest, let's say, take on building St. Stephen's College as a brand. And like you earlier mentioned, multiplying that into 10 universities or whatever. But you've got to start somewhere.
But I think so, given that taken autonomous status, then build up your research centers, build up in international collaborations. Once if you build up your international collaborations and also the industry, your institution-industry interactions, build up some incubation centers. Then you will have to have the placement centers. Once if you establish it, then we need not worry about the funds from the government to pay the salaries automatically. That also is the second one. Whichever the model you feel it, I am going to recommend. It sufficiently.
And I think it's easier with a brand.
That's what I said.
Brand will be retained.
Brand will retain.
Yes.
It could be St. Stephen's College, it may become St. Stephen's Autonomous College. That's St. Stephen's University. That is up to you.
Right.
So in that, admissions will not be free.
No, they will have certain restrictions for a simple reason. The concept of equality is a part of the Constitution. But now, the concept of equity is coming in a big way. So when you are talking of a concept of inequity, naturally you will have to do the justice also. So in that cases, whatever you want to do, there are still many of the grey areas wherein you can just take the admission from the students. And you will see that you can avoid these policies of the government to a greater extent. But you cannot remove completely. Please remember, foreign universities are different. They are coming with their capital, they are going to invest their models in everything, and now they are going earlier. There was, I do not know, there was a restriction that they can, there was no restriction that they can take out the money from here. Now they are making a restriction that some of their profits they have to be reinvested in the development. So there are, it's all complex model. The best of, to do is to go for an autonomy and go see and see whether your principal applies for a university status. Universities, they have to worry about it. But only the thing is, see, make use of your good offices to see that the bureaucracy hurdles should be removed for a smooth functioning of the administration in the college. That is important.
Bureaucratic connect with a corporate connect. Like most universities overseas, that they also is they are connected so well with corporate. They get huge endowments from there as well. It adds to their independence as well.
That is there. The concept of university-industry interaction is there. I was there as a director for my university way back in 1999. And when I came back from the Paris, I was very much vehemently arguing because there in France, every university must and necessarily should be attached to an industry, and vice versa. That means to say that is what you call it as a corporate social responsibility. Yes. Corporate people are just carrying out setup of this one manufacturing thing. Basically, it is generated from the university. So you owe to give them.
Even if you see the quality of the examinations, etc. So there is no motivation for such students in the.
We have to be within.
Superlatives can be attached.
Yeah.
So I will not use that for everything. Superb alumni, superb academics, wonderful ambience, very good library. Everything would be in the highest grade. And what is required is that yes, this college requires fullest autonomy in terms of management and admissions. This is proved by the fact that over the last many years, the kind of admissions the college has been doing, this is proved from the fact that the alumni, the students have been doing very well all over. I did not spell out how many chief justices, how many Supreme Court judges, how many High Court judges, how many civil servants, how many CEOs continue to be what it has been and what it aspires to be. If there is a constant interference from the other quarters,
Sir said that we've done wonderfully well. We feel a brand in ourselves, like St. Stephen's. I think one common factor of all Stephanians is that they are Stephanians, right?
Yes.
So we are very proud of that, and that pride should go into the next generation. It should continue, and so I think the same systems, generations, yes, it should continue. And as far as as somebody from there, Sabyasachi was saying that the alumni, if they get together, they can, if they believe in whatever your projects are, they can raise up to 100 crores easily for the college, which I'm sure it's possible. So we really need to focus on that. I think we have not ever focused on the strength of the alumni for the benefit of the college the way it can be done. So we can bring everyone together, and now that we have a room like this, I think we can have international conferences for the improvement of the college regularly, and we can see what can be done even for the infrastructure. Because when I went around the college today, I went to my old classroom, room S, where I did English, where I studied Milton, Chaucer, and because of that I'm an author today after a gap of 35 years of not touching English. Now I'm considered an author. I've written books. Because I'm a Stephanian, because I sat there in room S and read my Milton and Chaucer. So I could do that, despite the long gap. So this is the kind of confidence that needs to come into the generation, and also the alumni can be, connected to the new students through the media probably, to give them lectures, to pep them up, inspire them, to show them what they can achieve as Stephanians. And that would really improve the quality and the feel of being a Stephanian, in this college. And also, like he said, we could register it, make it the Alumni Association.
There is no other choice.
And yes, and there is, I was, quite amazed to even know that we have to think about getting this all over again every 5 years. So I was here at the centenary where I met Kabir Bedi, Indira Gandhi had come, and we had the Stephanian magazine coming out. We had articles from Ziaul Haq and Benjamin Gilani in that. I was student editor of the magazine at that time. So I think I was at the best time here. I feel like that. Of course, each one feels that their time was the best. But my memories of being in this college for 3 years, they are the best memories I've had. Although I've been all over the world, I've traveled internationally, I've been up to Alaska, but जो यादें यहाँ की हैं, वो मेरे को बहुत strength देती हैं, And and that is the kind of strength each student coming to Stephens should continue to get. This is what
they are getting.
Yes, I'm sure they are getting it, and they should get even more now that all of us are there, And thank you so much, sir.
One line I'll add, probably Professor Brock convey. The strengths are having monthly lunches, we all get together at one particular place. Third week of March, we get together at an old Stephanian's house, senior Stephanian's dinner. It's on for the last so many years. Then this monthly lunches, without a break for the last about 30 years it is on. These are some of the things, and then the second week, a week after Founders Day, we have Old Boys Week. Nobody tells anybody. Everybody knows this is the time, 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock, fixed for that. Wherever one comes over here.
Yeah, although, excuse me, yes.
These are some of the things which are on without any registration. But if we are able to do that, it further strengthens us.
Hear me?
Just 1 minute.
Can you hear me?
In response to Mr. Gurme, all this is happening, we are aware of it, but make it an official and to take forward wherein your finances will start flowing in.
Yes.
This simple without registration will not work. That's why I said registration will give you transparency, accountability, responsibility. And this will help to build up with all the grandeur that what you are imagining, what you are aspiring. Hopefully that.
Thank you very much. I want to speak, though people have spoken many times, in a much bigger way, and can contribute not only to the Indian society, but to the global society as such, which will come back to us. So I think autonomy does not mean complete independence. It is not free from control. So we need to do a global program which will...
Yes, sir. I unite with all the wonderful Could you please pick up your phone?
यहाँ देखिए ठीक है थैंक यू